So, so let's start. Aloha, good morning, everyone. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz. I'm here with Dr. Diana Joy Ostroff, also here from our beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii, in the United States. And we're going to talk to you live from eTurbo News. Welcome, everyone. I see you're joining us directly on our stream. You're also joining us on Facebook. And you are now on, no matter what website what web page you go on eTurbo News, you see us right in the center. So hopefully we're going to get some attention because we have a really interesting subject this morning. Just so you understand how the system works, everyone is muted right now, not because we don't want you to talk. We actually do want you to talk. And we also be happy to have you participate, but it's because there's background noise. So if you wanted to say something, please do. We want to keep this interactive. There is a little button what says raise your hand. Just raise your hand. I can see this here. And then at the next opportunity, we give you the microphone and you will then be able to talk to Dr. Ostroff or myself or to other participants anytime you like. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know where you are. I see my good friend Mona, she's in Jordan. Must be like 9 in the evening there. So we have people here from Dr. Joy or Diana Ostroff is a good friend of mine. She's quite a celebrity here on our island. She is not just any medical doctor. She is actually a doctor of natural healing. And she believes in things other doctors probably sometimes may overlook. But I think the best way is really if you introduce yourself. Welcome to our show.
Hi there. Thank you, Jürgen. Thank you for inviting me. So my name is Dr. Diana Joy Ostroff. They call me Dr. Joy here. And I've been practicing naturopathic medicine and traditional Chinese medicine on Oahu for 30 plus years. I'm in my 30th for this year, and it's absolutely wonderful. What I love to do, what I do all day long, I help people identify the causes of their concerns, use their pains, problems, whatever's behind the cause, and that get better. And people are told that they're not going to get better and going to just have to get used to like that as they get old, and they just have a weakened system and they just have to deal with the aches and pains of getting old and getting tired and getting sick frequently. Well, I help them and to get out of the box of what medicine has told them to live, how that they're going to be. And because people actually get better, then they send their families. It wasn't always like this for me. The way I got into this kind of medicine is that I struggled with my health. I always had a weakened immune system, and it would last maybe 3 to 5 weeks, and very big lymph nodes, and I had digestive imbalance. Just really focus on my life in a meaningful. I started at a young age. I went to undergraduate to learn how to for years, studying psychology, and then I studied in traditional Chinese medicine. So I have 16 years and then I've been doing this work for 30 years. So I have lots of practice, and I just absolutely help people to solve.
No, with the current on everyone's mind is COVID. I could have a home office, so it's easy for you. Your practice is right up. And we all deal with this. We cannot really go anywhere, and there is the threat of COVID, what is invisible. How do you deal with this, and how does it fall into natural medicine? You said you're not really scared of COVID.
I'm not scared of COVID. I understand that it's a virus. We have viruses in our bodies all the time. There are always going to be viruses and more viruses. And our opportunity is to make our immune system so strong that these viruses that would otherwise damage our cells are, when our cells are healthy, these viruses become immune and impenetrable. So I think I get exposed to so many things throughout the year, and it's to me to make myself stay well. You know, I don't get sick, and if I do, I have so many wonderful natural remedies at my disposal. I could take something and overnight I feel absolutely back into perfect condition. We are seeing less patients. I'm not restricting my doors. I do see patients. We ask that they wear masks if they've been exposed or if they're vulnerable. But we're doing a lot of remote work now. In fact, Jürgen, we've been working with people all over the world now that we have wonderful systems like Zoom and Skype and FaceTime and the WhatsApp, and we can really talk to people all over the world, and I can help them identify the source concerns and send them the good working.
Since we want to keep this interactive, after the show, anyone wants to get in touch with Dr. Joy, just go to any of our page, click on contact, and just send us a message, and we'd be happy to forward this to make it very easy and quick. Now, I wanted to kind of open the floor. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand or send us a chat message. It's on the right, should be on the right side of your screen. And we're just going to continue here, but we're watching for anyone who has any concerns or any issues for Dr. Joy. Now, when you're talking about you're taking remedy to protect you, are these, you're taking chemicals, you're taking medicine? What are you taking?
Actually, we have just a variety of natural remedies. There are a lot of antiviral remedies that are in my dispensary. I have a dispensary of 7,000 different natural medicines. We have things like elderberry and osha and echinacea and astragalus and neem and Olivex, and I have so many, olive root and honeysuckle, and the different combinations. In fact, I've made some of my own antiviral remedies, and I'm able to recommend the certain things that people need. For instance, oftentimes people forget that their digestive system is 70% of their immune system. And many people that are getting sick and unfortunately not thriving and not recovering well are people that have overlooked their health for a long time. And what I like to do is remind people that their symptoms are their body's way of telling them there's something that needs to be dealt with here. You can't overlook minor symptoms. So when people feel like they're constantly bloated, or their digestive system isn't working, or they're feeling backed up, or they have congestion in their face or their head or their throat on a regular basis, or getting headaches, these are signs, these are warning signs. And if we take a look at it and attend to them, and the hard part is that most doctors don't know how to use natural medicine. It is a science, it is an art, and it is a profession. And only those that have studied and have been licensed to prescribe natural remedies really have a good understanding of the array of natural remedies that we have available to us. And when I work with people, they can tell me what their symptoms are. I ask specific questions, and then I can send them things, and within a few days, they'll start to feel better. And we just like to level it up and layer it up. So you start to feel better, and then a little bit better and better, until you handle and conquer the things that have been causing you to feel run down for so long. So in many ways, this COVID virus is causing us to take a look at our lifestyles and at our health and our choices. And good food and good water. Water is extremely important. We recommend, we have a particular filter that we make available on our website. We have a website called Dr. Joy's Natural Remedies, and we have everything available there. So what we do, that's one step beyond, is we offer you phone consult, that if you want my expert advice on what you need to take, I will gladly give you that information and send you what you need. So you're not looking through Amazon and looking through the stores trying to figure it out. There's just so many choices.
Now, when you're talking a little bit about the immune system, what is quite important, you say, because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So what can someone do to help the immune system? Is it vitamin C? Is it, what is it?
There's so many things. So vitamin C is really important. Liposomal, the topical, is actually the best, but we have some amazing formulations that have vitamin C in it. I didn't bring any up here with me right now to look at, but also things like Artemisia. Artemisia is wonderful. Elderberry. We have things that are beneficial for the gut flora. Bupleurum root is amazing for the lungs and for the respiratory system. And then we have things, sometimes people forget that the bacteria and viral is in your mouth. So we have formulations that help you get rid of the bacteria in your mouth and in your sinuses. And it's very important that you look at all the mucous membranes in your body. And remember, this is not a localized virus. Viruses, once they attack the cells, they'll attack any compromised cells in your body. So we need to address the whole body, particularly the digestive system, because again, the digestive system is 70% of your immune system. So on our store page, we have listed different packages of remedies that people can take for specific symptoms, and that'll give you a good jump start.
No, I actually have also a good friend of mine, Mona. She's the lady I said in, let me just see how I unmute her. She is, as far as I know, she's in Jordan, but she also is in California sometimes. So I don't know, Mona, where you're joining us from. Good morning. I think we need
Greetings.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
How are you?
Good morning. Are you joining us from Jordan or you're joining us from California?
I'm joining you from Jordan at the Dead Sea, and I'm really excited with your guest because I'd love to know more about naturopathic remedies and her views on holistic and alternative health remedies, especially for stress and boosting the immune system. If I may, I wanted to get your opinion about the Dead Sea.
Wow, the Dead Sea is full of wonderful salts. And I think that I don't know the quality of the pollution factor over there, but what I remember of being in it, it was absolutely healing. The salts penetrate your skin. We have the beautiful Pacific Ocean here. Our waters are probably just about as clean as anywhere on the planet, but nothing like the Dead Sea that's so rich in those essential salts and minerals. So take as many baths as you can.
Yeah,
there are many products out there, you know, from the Dead Sea. You hear it. I'm not an expert in it, but I see Dead Sea products all over the place. I'm sorry, Mona, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. No, actually, I'm here at the Dead Sea, and the air quality is crystal clear. Of course, in Jordan, we're facing the COVID-19 as well. Our government is very strict, and it works. We've had very minimal cases, minimal deaths, quick recovery. But back to the Dead Sea, the oxygen content is 6% higher than above sea level. The air, the salt, the whole environment, we don't have scientific data. That takes time, and it's never really been thought of. But salt is also great for respiratory, opening up the lungs, boosting your immune system, great for the skin, the magnesium. So what's your opinion of a destination like the Dead Sea to get an environmental, holistic alternative means to boost your immune system, de-stress, and just let the environment be your medicine?
Absolutely wonderful. You know, one thing that I've been having a little struggle with are people that are living in the middle of the country somewhere where they don't have access to fresh air and water like we have here in and also where you are is absolutely ideal. I think that if we had, you know, if we had the capacity to travel more freely right now, I think that would be a great place for people to go. And just like they, you know, coming to Hawaii, any place where there's ocean and fresh air and natural sunlight is useful for the immune system, brings about the vitamin D levels and the mineral absorption in the skin. I mean, just soaking in a hot tub of Epsom salts, if you're in somewhere in Wisconsin or someplace where you can't have access, is good, but nothing like natural environment. Get outside as much as you possibly can, get fresh air, breathe fresh air, get into even the woods and take hikes and get on your bike, any place where you can get fresh air and, you know, and then water, definitely. And
I can agree with Mona. I've been to Jordan, and it is a wonderful place. It's and you can combine the Dead Sea with Petra if you're into culture and wanted to see something. Beautiful country, and I think the Dead Sea. Opportunities like this sometimes may be overlooked. What a destination can do in addition to just sightseeing and culture, because healing is definitely could be a part of tourism, and we're probably going to change and see a lot of changes after we all get out of COVID-19. Don't you think so, Mona?
Absolutely. You know, Dr. Diane, we'd love to have you in Jordan someday to actually see where I am. And of course, Jürgen's a great friend and he's been here in Jordan. But yes, my analysis of a lot of my readings show that wellness travel, health, wellness, holistic, natural will be a sought after travel sector when we can travel. People will invest in their health. Their mental state, as you've mentioned, is through the roof. So my hunch with a lot of reading and talking to travel experts will be that the wellness travel market will probably be the first segment that travelers may flock to.
I agree. And I think people are spending money on alternative medicine now. They have been for many, many years. And I think they're going to continue to do so. Now, if you read papers and read between the lines, the people that are recovering nicely are the ones that have resorted to natural medicine. So that's a good plug. And you're hearing it on the news. Get your vitamins, get your vitamin D and vitamin C and good water and good food and exercise, peace of mind and meditating. These things are all very beneficial, and they're cheap and they're free and they're easy, and they're things that we should be doing all the time.
That's wonderful. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, I just wanted to say thank you. Is anything else I could answer for you guys, but it's fantastic to align ourselves with people like you, Dr. Diane. And yeah, pleasure. Sorry, Jürgen, did you have a comment?
No, I wanted to thank you also for participating. We should have you on the show again and maybe talk a little bit more about Jordan and as a destination. I know you're involved, if I'm remembering it correctly, with Expedia. I think you handle all the ground arrangement for Expedia in Jordan, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, basically my alliance, I've been with Expedia for 11 years now as a partner, opening up the region, putting the trust in travel to this part of the world. Of course, time, credibility took its toll, but I could even see more so now to have ambassadors ambassadors to basically highlight the destination. Wellness will be on the top of my priorities, and definitely incorporating the Dead Sea, the salt, the natural components is all part of the package. So Jürgen, I'd love to get connected, and Dr. Diana, it was a pleasure.
Thank you very much, and you have a nice evening. I hear maybe dinner is ready, so enjoy.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, but it's
okay,
it's fine.
After dinner.
You're worth the wait. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have another guest, Anne Tomachuk, and I probably pronounced it wrong. Thank you for raising the hand, and you're online.
Hi, doctor.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, I had a few questions. I have a lot of family in Russia that would definitely benefit from your services and your advice, and they definitely need some help. How would they go about with scheduling an appointment with you? Do you do FaceTime or a phone call, or how does that work?
Well, that's a great question. We receive calls from everywhere in the country, everywhere in the world. They can contact us through Jürgen's site now or through our website.
About 400. And just to talk about the Dead Sea as an environment for people and for a doctor to agree with me. Yeah.
No. Okay. So thank you. So yes, they just need to contact us through our phone, 808-373-9966 or naturalhealinghawaii.com, and let us know their time zone and when they'd like a consult. Also, there's a way to contact us right from this video clip, and I think that'll be made available once we're finished with the webinar. But I can work with people all over the world. So Anne, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we have another guest who is joining us. Let me just see if I can. And I'm so sorry, I only see M-O as a name, so I don't really know. Let me try to unmute.
That's Mona.
Oh, that's Mona again. Okay, because she has, let me lower her hand then. I'm sorry. Okay, still trying to understand the technical part. Thank you, Anna. So if anyone else wanted to say anything, please just raise your hand. And we would love to get you on board. And yes, go ahead.
Something comes up often, and people are concerned about their children's health. And we also carry a wonderful line of children's immune support products. And a lot of times parents are very distressed because their doctors have told them that they need to have tubes in their ears or they need to be on antibiotics. And it can be very damaging to their system to have those kind of external agents, medicinal agents on a young person's immune system. So I encourage you also share your questions about your children with me, and I love to help keep them healthy throughout their growing up. I raised my children with the same philosophies that I have, and all through their school years, I think one of them had a fever once a year on a regular basis, and the other one requested a mental health day one day a year. And otherwise, my children didn't get sick. They stayed well. And if they started to get sick again, overnight, we could zap it, because that's how effective the remedies are once you get your immune system in line. So it's very inspiring and encouraging, you know, especially people that have had chronic long-term conditions. It's terrible to have to live with that, you know, when you start having pains in your bones and joints, and it's not really fun. Things like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, no one wants to live with that. And there are remedies and there are ways to get around that. And I treat that effectively over and over and over again. Even cases of terminal cancer, people are overextending their expected prognosis by leaps and bounds, and their families are just thrilled to have them feeling better than they've felt in years going through their chemotherapy and radiation. So there's so many possibilities when you seek nature. This is all the stuff that we were just blessed with, and we need to use it. But there aren't that many people that know how to use it really, really well. So that's why I'm so passionate about sharing it.
No, I can see, and I know you're very passionate about your job. It's not just a job; it's something you really believe in, and what you do. Now, you mentioned a trigger word here: mental health.
Mental.
Going through this situation right now is not very easy for all of us, and specifically, some people may be more sensitive to having to stay at home. Some may feel it's like being imprisoned. Some others may feel it's a great opportunity to get to know your family a little bit better. And others may say, oh, I need to really do some work in my house or in my apartment. How do you see natural healing coinciding with mental health and COVID?
Well, the first most important thing with mental health is to choose your thoughts wisely. And if you notice that you have automatic negative thoughts just popping in on a regular basis, you have to change those thoughts. It's just like changing the dial on the TV. You can think the worst, or you can understand that this will pass. The media is making a much bigger deal of it. This is a virus. This is just a virus. We're going to have so many more in our lifetime. And the changes that the opportunities that we have now are really to dig deep within ourselves. Yes, heal your relationships with your children, with your family, with your spouse, with your extended family while you have the opportunity. Get to know your neighbors, even if it's just with a wave, and practice just deep breathing and just patience, and look around the house and see all the things that need to be adjusted and fixed and given away, and make a big pile. We have big pile waiting for Goodwill to open up again. And then again, we always have the remedies. So rather than take the pharmaceutical drugs that doctors are pushing, it's so simple to take something from nature that just will help take the edge off. And then, of course, I do counsel because I've been studying this stuff for so long. I struggled so many years with my own emotional and mental stress and mood. And so I know how to counsel others and help work with you to reframe the way you're thinking and get on track with what you truly want and what you truly value and what your goals truly are and who you want to become. And that's such a wonderful thing to work on during this time. We don't have all the distractions, going to all the places that we love to go to for distraction. Now we have all this opportunity to look at ourselves, examine our values, beliefs, and our ideals, and tend to them in a rich and powerful way.
No, thank you so much. We're like 1 minute away from our 30 minutes today. So if there's any more questions, we'd like to please raise your hand now or send us a chat message at this moment, and we'd be happy to get you on board. There is Nisa Gunderson. So let me try to unmute Nisa. Okay. Unmute. Okay, here it is.
No,
Okay, Nisa, can you hear us? Oh no, Nisa is not unmuted yet. Hang on, let me do this.
I think you unmuted Mona again.
Okay, I do that. Let me get Nisa on. I don't know. I'm clicking on unmute.
Nisa, maybe you can unmute yours.
It could be that actually your microphone might be muted on your end. Okay, it says more. It looks like the system is not, let me click on here. It's not cooperating on my end, but perhaps what you could do, see if your microphone is actually off. If your microphone is off, I wouldn't be able to unmute you. And okay, you just turned the microphone on. It's still not. Maybe Nisa, if I see your chat, if you just maybe type in your question and say where you're from, I will keep trying to unmute you, but in case it doesn't happen, we just wait for your chat message. Here it is. Okay. Okay, we have, okay, there is maybe, but we're going to try to get you in, wait for your message. Okay, she said she's from Colorado and she's really excited to set up an appointment. So what I will do is, if Nissan, I will respond to you, or maybe just if you go to eturbonews.com or any of our websites, click on contact. There's a little form where you put in your name and your email address, and just give us like a note, like a one-liner, and we'd be happy to facilitate this for you. That is not the problem. We have Benita also wanted to say something, so let me try to unmute Benita. Unmute. Okay.
Thank you, Nita, for your question. Give us a call. Please give us a call.
Okay. I don't know, maybe it's something on my end, but I'm going to go here and...
Oh, it just went off there.
Okay, Benita, I think you're online now. Good morning. You can speak up, Benita, if your microphone is on. It looks like maybe her microphone is off, but she sent us, and I'm going to keep you online. So if you fix your microphone, you can interact, but I'm going to read from your chat. You said, my husband is taking a number of medicines and I would rather have him use medical or natural medicine. Can you review what he's taking and offer alternatives?
Absolutely. That's an amazing question. Now, we will have to work very slowly, very foundationally. We'll need to get him, get his basic health in order first. And then little by little, one at a time, we start to lessen it. I'll also review to make sure he actually needs what he's taking. A lot of times doctors prescribe lots of medicine and the patients don't actually need it anymore, especially once we change their diet a little bit and once we change their enzymes and the microbiome in their gut. The body starts to rebalance and heal. So symptoms will start to resolve themselves. And yes, I would love to help you with that.
I think, Benita, I can hear an echo, so you must be on board. Can you try to say something, or it may be there's another guest?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Now it's Nisa. Okay, Nisa is there.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. I'm kind of new to this whole Zoom thing.
We all are.
But I am from Colorado, and I was actually wondering, I'm really interested in setting up a consultation. I've did all my undergraduate degree in physiology and medicine, and I learned a lot about naturopathic medicine as just alternative way of viewing medicine, and it's so great and so fascinating to me. And I was actually wondering if you do FaceTime and, like, I don't know, I have Viber too, and Skype sessions, because I love to see like face-to-face connections over instead of just going over the phone.
Lisa. But yes, we do FaceTime, we do Skype. My patients love it. After we do a FaceTime call, they're like, oh, this was so fun, because we are isolated on some level, and it is nice to see each other. And we're even having group meetings, and we're having peer group meetings and office group meetings, and it's wonderful. So yes, I'd love to see your face through FaceTime or Zoom or any of the others, WhatsApp. I'm new to many of them, but I'm getting used to it. And I'd love to help you and your family over there in Colorado get healthy. And, you know, a lot of times the natural medicine can just take precedent, and you don't even need to take medications and drugs, and that's the ideal scene, and that's something to work for, and it helps to minimize complications later in life.
Yeah, and also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that would be so great. So I know you mentioned your online store. Is that the same website that I can get more information on your center?
Well, Natural Healing Hawaii, all spelled out, naturalhealinghawaii.com is our website, and Dr. Joy's Natural Remedies. That's the website that we created just for this just in time for all this COVID situation, so that people can just go online and shop and know that they're going to be getting the best remedies, because I've done all the research and I've been doing it for 30 years. And I know the people behind the medicine that I've created. So I trust it. And it's not just something random off the shelf that's marketed pretty. So please do look at that website as well, Dr. Joy's Natural Remedies.
No, that's great. And we have a number of more. I'm trying to get the microphone actually to Linda Hirsch, but I have the same problem I had with the.
But she's there. I think you.
Oh, here, Linda. Okay, Linda. I think you can speak now. Good morning, Linda.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine. Good morning.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't aware that my mic was open. Hi. So I texted that I thought you were doing a fine job. This technology is obviously very new to many people, but it is nice to see the faces and hear and feel the connections. I'm a psychologist and a meditator and a frame drummer, among other things, and I'm very impressed with the integration of various modes of healing, between the natural and physical, and the connection between mind body. So I really, really I admire your commitment, and the more people who connect with this and nutrition and other modes, the healthier the whole planet will be, because again and again, we're learning how connected everything and everyone is. We know this, we're taught this, we feel this, and yet we become very tribal when we're threatened, when we should be compassionate. So I'm just calling to commend you and to encourage you. I've shared your link with other people who are working on natural substances so that you can connect with them in the Boston. I'm in the Boston area. So all the more power to you, and may the energy keep flowing.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you. You really touched on an important part, how our ecology and our environment, it's all part of one, and we need to take care of our planet, and we need to take care of the people, and we need to take care of the earth, and what we eat is all a big part of that. And when we eat well, we're preserving the ecology of the planet, and that's a big thing to do right now. And when so thank you.
Well, what's really interesting is the water is becoming clearer. There are sunken ships that are now visible that were invisible. And what was hidden, so much of what was hidden, both in the world, in the natural world and in the interpersonal world, a lot of what was hidden is now being revealed, and may it be for the best, and may it be sustainable, and may it not be hidden again, because the best should be coming out and the best should be shared. I know it used to sound corny. It's not corny anymore. It's real. We need each other. That's all I can say. Many blessings.
Linda, I really am grateful that you came online.
Thank you, Linda. I appreciate your participation, and hopefully we can have you again in the future. Also, I'm trying to going to change the format with our next event, so actually people would be able to show their faces in their camera. I think this was a good feedback. It was turned off for this type of webinar, but we can turn it on. We had it on our open talk a few days ago, and it worked fine. So we're also experimenting with the system. It's the first time for here at eTurbo News to do this type of interaction thing. So we're learning every time. It's amazing what all these technical platforms can do these days. If there's any more questions, this is your last call to raise your hand. And if I don't see...
You can always contact us.
Oh, you can always contact us, exactly.
Anywhere, anytime soon.
We are here for you, and I guess let's stay safe, everyone. And again, thank you for participation. We're going to have another open talk show on eTurbo News very shortly. probably in the next few days. We don't have a set format, so it's not something like every day at the same time. We're also switching times. We had last time something what was more convenient for our listeners and readers in Asia, for example. We had Andrew, our SCOL president from Bangkok on there. But the nice thing is all these webinars or Q&As or whatever we want to call it are on our webpage. They're going to be on eTober News for a little bit, and then you can just go to our YouTube, click on YouTube, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. And this way you have access and you also get a notification when there's a new video or a new session uploaded.
And I just put a plug for Jürgen. Jürgen knows everything about everywhere. Like the travel guru. So if you have questions on travel, he will hook you up. So as soon as we can get back to it, Jürgen.
Thank you very much. I'm not selling travel though. So much we're trying to follow the news. Thank you so much, Diana. It was really a pleasure having you on board, and you stay safe in Kahala. I do the same here in Kaka'ako. And thanks for everyone and your participation. Aloha. Bye-bye.
Aloha.